So, good day, students. This is Ray, and our subject for this time is mathematics in the modern world. And this time, we will discuss two topics. And let's start. So, our topic for this video are language of mathematics, the first topic, and the second one is expression versus sentence. So, if we talk about expression, we talk about mathematical expression and mathematical sentence. So, first, let's discuss the first topic, language of mathematics. So, but before discussing this one, let's define mathematics first. What is mathematics? So, mathematics has a lot of meanings. But in this video, I will cited some simple meaning for mathematics para mas madaling maintindihan. So, the first definition of mathematics is mathematics is the science of numbers, quantities, and shapes, and the relations between them. So, when it talks about mathematics, hindi mawawala yung numbers and shapes, as well as quantities. Next definition. Mathematics is the systematic treatment of magnitude, relationships between figures and forms, and relations between quantities expressed symbolically. Bakit symbolically? Because in mathematics, we use a lot of symbols. So, mathematics is full of symbols. Next definition. Mathematics is the science of structure, order, and relation that has evolved from elemental practices of counting, measuring, and describing the shape of objects. So, mathematics is not just no. Mathematics is not just counting, measuring, and describing, but the science of structure, order, and relation. Hindi lang siya counting, simple measuring, and simple describing. That is a science. Next, next. Let us define language. What is language? The first definition of language is the formal system of signs and symbols, including rules for the formation and transformation of admissible expression. So, if you want to express your feelings, you need to use language. That is the first definition of language. Second definition of language, a systematic means of communicating ideas or feelings by the use of conventional signs, sounds, gestures, or marks having understood meaning. So, take note of this. Language is a systematic. When it talks about systematic, it has, we need to follow a rules in writing language. Next, let's discuss language of mathematics, which is our first topic. Now, first definition of language of mathematics. The language of mathematics is the system used by mathematicians to communicate mathematical ideas among themselves, and it distinct from the natural languages in that it aims to communicate abstract logical ideas with precision and unambiguity. Because when we use English language in writing mathematical sentences, it will create ambiguity, malilito, because English language cannot describe exactly what mathematics language is. Now, that's why mathematicians created the own language of mathematics. Yun na yung na-form, language of mathematics. But, some English language or some English words are being used in mathematics also. Yan. This language consists of a substrate of some natural language, example grata, or for example, English language. As I said a while ago, some words in English language are being used in mathematics language, using technical terms and grammatical conventions that are peculiar to mathematical discourse. It is also supplemented by a highly specialized symbolic notation for mathematical formulas. So, because some formulas in mathematics is hard to explain using mathematical language, that's why some English language are being used to explain that formula. Kung makikita nyo, kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga formula, mayroon yung definition sa baba. Kung what is X, what is N. So, that's why mathematics language uses English language also to explain some, to describe or to explain or to define some mathematical symbols. Now, language of mathematics was designed so we can write about the following. So, because of language of mathematics, we can write about the following. What are those? What are the following? Next, numbers. Language of mathematics is full of numbers. Language of mathematics is full of numbers. Pag nakakita kang numbers, automatic that is part of mathematical language. Next, sets. Because of language of mathematics, we can write about sets. Next, function, mathematical expression, and mathematical sentence. So, later on, we will discuss what is the difference between mathematical expression and mathematical sentence. Now, let's proceed. Mathematics uses symbols instead of mathematics uses symbols instead of words. So, just what I said a while ago, in mathematics we uses symbols. What are those symbols? 10 digits are symbols. What are those? Example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 hanggang 9. Those are symbols. Second one is symbols for operation. What are the symbols for operation? We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, radical sign or square root. And these last two symbols are use and set operation. We read this first one, U-like symbol as union, and this inverted U-like symbol as intersection. So, mathematics uses symbols. Next one, variables. So, what are the example of variables? Yung hindi mahanap-hanap na X and Y, as well as Z. So, sila yung tatlong sikat na variables in mathematics. Special symbols. What are the special symbols? We have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, we have pi, and equal sign. This symbol represent equality. And these four symbols from less than up to greater than or equal are used in inequalities. Now, let's have a letter conversion. So, letter conversion or letter often have special uses in mathematics. For example, start of the alphabet or ABC are being used in mathematics as constant or has a fixed values. So, kapag nakakita kayo ng ABC, pwedeng constant yan in mathematics. Because, kagaya nga ng sinabi ko, mathematics language uses English language also. From I to N, I, J, K, L, M, N represent positive integers for counting. End of the alphabet, X, Y, Z, variables. So, take note of this. Those are not rules, but they are often used that way. So, hindi yan rules, but yun yung nakasanayan natin gamitin. So, let's have an example for that. Suppose we have a sentence or equality. You can know equality or equation, or we can call this as a sentence, mathematical sentence. Suppose we have y is equal to ax plus b. So, people will assume that a and b are fixed or constant value. Ito, a and b are constant value. This is a linear equation with two variables. Next. And x is the one that changes, itong x, which is in turn makes y change. So, kapag nagbago yung x, magbabago rin yung y. So, they are variables. Yung a, b are constant or fixed value, while y and x are variables. They change. Sila yung mga nagbabago, yung y and lalong-lalo na si x. Yan yung unang nagbabago si x bago magbago si y. Let's proceed to noun, verbs, sentences of mathematics. So in English language, we have nouns, verbs, and sentence. Uh, in mathematics, we also have this noun, verb, sentence, and expression. But take note of this, we don't use words, noun, verbs, or pronoun in mathematics, but we can imagine these similarities to English language. So, para mas madaling maunawaan, let's imagine first. Noun of mathematics. What is noun of mathematics? Noun could be fixed things such as numbers or expression with numbers. So, what are those? Example, 100 is noun of mathematics. Example of noun of mathematics. Second one, 2 times 25 over 3 is noun of mathematics. 2 raised to 5 is noun also. Those are an example of noun in mathematics. Next, verb of mathematics. What are the example of mathematical verb? The verb could be a sign such as equal sign. Equal sign is a verb in mathematics. Less than is a verb in mathematics. Greater than is a verb in mathematics. Less than or equal to is also a verb in mathematics. Greater than or equal to is also a verb in mathematics. Those are an example of verb of mathematics. Next, let's proceed to pronoun of mathematics. What are the pronoun of mathematics? Pronouns could be a variable like the following. 5x minus 7. X is the pronoun. The variable x is a pronoun. xyz raised to 7. xyz is the pronoun. 100 over 2y. 100 over 2xy. xy are pronoun. Those are an example of pronoun in mathematics. Let's proceed to mathematical sentence. So, what is mathematical sentence? A mathematical sentence is the A mathematical sentence is the analog of English or of an English sentence. It is a correct arrangement, take note of this, a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols that state a complete thought. Just like the definition of sentence in English language, sentence must have a complete thought. It is the same in mathematical sentence. Mathematical sentence states a complete thought. So, pag hindi siya nag-state ng complete thought, it is not a mathematical sentence. Example, 3x minus 5 is equal to 7. 3x minus 5 is equal to 7 is a mathematical sentence. Next, cube root of 5x multiplied to cube root of 2y is equal to 15. Is an example of mathematical sentence. So, x raised to y squared is equal to 9 is also an example of mathematical sentence. So, anong mapapansin niyo sa kanila? Anong similar sa kanila? Yung verb, which is equal sign. Diba? Mathematical verb is, so one of the example of mathematical verb is equal sign. So, pag mayroon siyang equal sign, automatically, that is a mathematical sentence. So, kapag may value sa left side ng equal sign, and may value sa right side ng equal sign, so that is an example of mathematical sentence. Next, we are done in the first topic, which is language of mathematics. So, let's proceed to the second topic, the expression versus sentence. First, let us discuss expression. What is expression? So, mathematical expression is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols used to present a mathematical objects of interest. Take note of this, correct arrangement of mathematical symbol. If the arrangement is not correct, that is not an expression. Take note of this, Take note of that. What are the example? Oh, no. So we have characteristic of mathematical expression. So let us discuss the characteristics of mathematical expression. First, an expression does not state a complete thought. So pag sinabi expression, wala siyang complete thought. But it is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbol. But wala lang siyang complete thought. Next one, it does not make sense to us if an expression is true or false. What does it mean? Meaning, wala pong truth value ang expression. Kapag sinabi expression, kapag sinabi expression, wala siyang truth value. Hindi mo pwedeng masabi na tama, hindi mo pwedeng masabi na mali. So, you can't identify the truth value of expression. Now, the most common expression types are numbers, sets, and functions. Next, let's have an example of expression. Example is 2x. 2x is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbol. But, may complete thought bang 2x? Wala. Wala siyang complete thought. So, that's why you can't determine if 2x is true or 2x is false. So, wala siyang truth value. Next, 5xy plus 9. So, expression siya. But, why? Why 5x plus 5xy plus 9 is an example of expression? Because you can determine the truth value of this one. Is 5xy plus 9 is true? Is 5xy plus 9 is false? So, you can determine the truth value. That's why it is an example of expression. Square root of 9x. You can determine the truth value of square root of 9x? No. Kasi, expression lang siya. 2 over negative x is an example of expression because you cannot determine the truth value. Hindi mo pwedeng masabi na true yan, hindi mo rin pwedeng masabi na false yan. Let's proceed to mathematical sentence. What is the definition of mathematical sentence? A mathematical sentence is the analog of an English sentence. It is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols that, take note of this, that state a complete thought. It is the correct arrangement of mathematical symbols that states a complete thought. So, a mathematical sentence also have a characteristics. So, what are those? First, sentences have verb. So, ang mayroon sa sentence na wala sa expression ay yung verb. So, anong example natin ng verb kanina? We have equal sign, greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal. Those are mathematical verbs. So, kapag nakakita kayo doon, no. Kapag nakakita kayo ng verb, we can say no. We can consider that as mathematical sentence. Let's have an example. In the mathematical sentence, 3x plus 4y is equal 7, the verb is the equal sign. Bakit? You can, kaya mo bang i-determine yung truth value niyan? Yes, because of the equal sign. Because of that equal sign, you can determine the truth value of this sentence or equation. Next, a sentence can be true. Pwede siya maging true. Example, the sentence square root of 121 is equal to positive or negative 11 is true. Why? Because if you find the square root of 121, the result is positive or negative 11. That's why this sentence is true. Now, a sentence can be false. So, yung sentence pwedeng tama, pwede rin siyang mali. What is the example of false sentence? The sentence 11 squared is equal to 100 is a false sentence. Why? Because 11 squared is not equal to 100. Because 11 squared is equal to 121. 11 squared is equal to 121. That's why the sentence is false. Sentence can be true. Sentence can be false. But sometimes true, sometimes false. Paano nangyayari ang sentence may sometimes true or may sometimes false? Let's have an example. The sentence x squared, this one, x squared is sometimes true, sometimes false. Why? It is true when you substitute 2 for the value of x. If you put 2 here and remove x, we can say that this sentence is true. But if you change the value of x, o gawin mong 1, gawin mong 3, this sentence will become false. So that's why some sentence sometimes true, sometimes false. That is the reason. This is simplest example for that. X is equal to 2. If you change the value of x for 2, this sentence will become true. But if you change the value of x, any number except from 2, this sentence will become false sentence. That is an example of mathematical expression. Now, so we are done. Let's have a summary for this discussion. Mathematical language definition. The language of mathematics is the system used by mathematicians to communicate mathematical ideas among themselves and is distinct from natural
No battery.
languages
Please charge.
in that it aims to communicate abstract ideas with precisions in unambiguity. So, lobat na yung speaker. So, let's let's review the definition of expression. What is expression? Mathematical expression is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols used to represent a mathematical object of interest. How about mathematical sentence? So, a mathematical sentence is the analog of an English sentence. It is a correct arrangement of mathematical symbols that state a complete thought. So, the difference between expression and sentence, expression doesn't state complete thought while sentence does. Yun ang pagkakaiba nila. Expression doesn't state complete thought while sentence does. That's all. Thank you so much, everyone.